Welcome YouTube. Today I'm going to do my take on a Tex-Mex wrap. A lot of people always wonder, what do we do with London broil besides beef jerky? Hey, some people like it for a lot of things. I'm going to cut it into strips. I'm going to marinate it in the Kikkoman teriyaki, and I'm going to enrich the teriyaki with some ground cayenne and some black pepper. For starters, I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon of the crushed cayenne pepper right on top. And I'm going to put 4/4 teaspoons to equate a teaspoon on top of that. No sense in getting two measuring spoons out to do what that quarter one can do 4 times. So next thing you're going to want to do is put the cap on and then just start shaking it. Get it really mixed in there well, and let this dissolve those peppers in the teriyaki marinade to spice it up, and rest in this bottle while you're carving the London broil to your liking. So as the slicing begins, I'm going for small strips like this. They're not too thick, they're not too big, they'll reduce when they're cooked. What I do is I'll run the knife through there like I'm butterflying it. I'll cut it through there a little bit, and then I'll cut it off right here, and it'll make these slivers. And if any sliver comes out bigger than your liking, just cut it once in half, reduce them down. But ultimately, these things are just going to be picked up with tongs and served on a bed of rice with some vegetables and wrapped up in a tortilla shell. So you want to just make them manageable meat strips. Very similar to slicing for fajitas. I'm just showing you my technique. I cut once through the middle, cut here, and once I reach that point here, down here where I've sliced, I'll cut into it some more and just try to really uniform the pieces. Meanwhile, my teriyaki is soaking and absorbing the peppers. So keep going. Okay, with all the meat cut up, teriyaki, gave it another good shake. Let's go ahead and just pour it all around in here. Ideally, you'd like to submerge your meat, but at the same time, I will also do what I call sponging, where I will squeeze the meat, and as the meat pulls back, it'll try to pull some of these juices inside. So I'm going to put the phone down and use both hands and finish this. Now that I've put the meat in with the marinade and did a sponging effect, this is what it's going to look like as it sits and marinates in the refrigerator now overnight for tomorrow's dinner. It'll soak that up really good and be very good. And then to the Blackstone. So let's move on now to the vegetables. Next thing we're going to do is cut the 2 additional peppers that I bought. I did buy one of these pre-cut containers, and as I noticed, it's mostly onion, so I didn't buy an extra onion. And I will be cutting some of this up too. I'm going for like julienne style slices. So there you have my slices. Some I leave a little long. I'll rip some in half just to have a little bit of a variety. I'm going to put them in this bowl here. I'll get those out of that tub and I'll start cutting them to my desired size. All veggies are cut up to my liking. And keep in mind, they will reduce when they're grilled or griddled. These are all going to go on the Blackstone. So next thing I want to do is I want to splash them with Goya extra virgin olive oil. If you don't buy Goya, I think you're missing out. It's a Tex-Mex dish, so don't be afraid to dust in some. I like the low sodium taco seasoning, and I'm going for a little chili powder and cumin. Give it the Tex-Mex. Don't be afraid. And then I use the Morton all season. This sitting overnight is going to soak right into all these veggies and be amazing. and then the olive oil. And then you're going to want to hand toss and fold that really good. Now that I've hand folded it, I'm going to kind of peek in, maybe find the smallest piece and give it a sample. Very good. I'm looking for the little bit of background taste of cumin. I want to know that there's a little bit of the chili powder in there. You don't want to overwhelm this. This is not, you're not making fajitas. That would blow it. This is Tex-Mex, it's different. And you don't want to like throw too much at it. So you want it to just be a little salty, oil, taste the cumin, find the chili powder, let your tongue do the work. After marinate, these hit the grill. Okay, got my meat and my vegetables covered. They're going to go in the refrigerator, and next time you see them with the miracle of video, it will be approximately 24 hours has passed. Okay, thanks to the miracle of video, 24 hours has passed. Here is my marinated London broil. Here are my marinated vegetables. I'm out here on my Blackstone. Going to get some love today. That's probably the last grill I typically use, or griddle, but there it is. So, here, let me show off my handy little Harbor Freight side shelf if nobody's ever seen that. I mean, the thing looks like it was absolutely made for a Blackstone. Now, I bought these paper towel holders. They're magnetic, and as you can see, they sent me two right sides. No, I'm just kidding. I just stick them there to be out of the way. There they are. All right, let's get the griddling started. I'm gonna throw down my vegetables first, start getting them sauteed, and then I'm gonna throw down the meat. And I don't want all of the juice from the meat going on, so I'm going to do my best to try to pull it out, I guess, with my large spatula. And then I'm going to cook it to a medium rare. Get the vegetables going. Once they start to reduce, since they take a little longer to cook, then I'll put the meat down. Meanwhile, just so everybody knows, I do have minute rice in the microwave, because this is going to be served with minute rice on a flour tortilla, topped with the vegetable saute, the meat, some shredded cheese, and sour cream if anybody wants it. And magnetic roll doing its job. Paper towel holder. Vegetables that have been marinating and refrigerated can take a few minutes to really start to reduce. I like to get them tender. I just think that they're a little bit better tender, so I'm going to keep reducing these, and then I'm going to put some meat on. Got a jumper. And these things absolutely smell amazing. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tongs and I'm going to start placing some meat on this side, and let's get it going. Alright, we got the meat dropped. Our goal now is to reduce it, get it all nice and cooked. You're just kind of treating it like a thick cheesesteak or something. Put a little bit of that juice over here. I mean, it's all going on the same dish, so you can't really cross-contaminate this dish too much. I like to keep my stuff separated, only because let everybody assemble their own, right? Some people may want extra veggies, some people may want just the meat. but that's for them to do at the table. One thing that doesn't hurt is, you know, separate the smallest one from the herd and see how it's going. Oh wow, amazing. Well, here we are at the table. I'm not going to video everyone eating, but we have the rice, sour cream, tortilla shell, meat, vegetables, and cheese. And they will just be assembled to each one's liking. Tex-Mex wraps. Enjoy.